should start this off with a little disclaimer. As you can see, I'm too zoomed out. Can't really see what's going on. It's my first video, first time recording myself drawing in my, inking my sketchbook like this. Hence why I sped up this part of the video. At this point I realized that the camera was way too zoomed out. Here we go, now you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. You know, get a great view of my hand blocking half of the drawing. When I was watching back the footage, I got kind of self-conscious about how I was holding my pen. So I was thinking of those D&D alignment charts that I've seen going around on Twitter that like diagnose you based on how you hold your pen grip. I will say that I think I don't normally hold my pen like this. I was sitting in a pretty awkward way to record this. Kind of like the character in the drawing, actually. Just imagine them reaching over a little square IKEA desk that's a little too high to be, you know, sitting on the ground in front of. The recording station is definitely a work in progress. Regardless though, I figured I should talk a little bit about my process, I guess. Well, what you're seeing on screen. You can tell the like pink and blue lines that I'm lining over. Those are actually done digitally. I'm still pretty new at actually drawing without a undo button. Like in my sketchbook I do it, but I am usually a lot more satisfied with, you know, how it comes out if I can do my sketch digitally, which I print out on a page out of my sketchbook, which I then stick back into my sketchbook because I like how it looks and I like to keep it all together. And I just line it in micron pens. I have a, what brand is it? Faber Castell, I think? Yeah, they're Faber Castell PITT artist pens in S and XS. Most of the lines are done with the S pen, as you can see, I'm using it right there. But then when I want lines that aren't so obvious, I will use the XS pen with kind of a light hand. For example, just now I used it on the skin folds on their stomach. If they've been wearing clothes, I'd probably be using it on the folds in those as well. I only recorded this lining part of the process in this video. I wasn't sure about also uploading the digital part. I feel like it would definitely make the video a lot longer, obviously, but I also personally don't find, you know, speed paint, digital speed paint, that interesting. I definitely like it better when it's all happening on paper, but I'm way too scared to color traditionally at this point. You know, one day I'll learn how to use, you know, watercolors and gouache. I just think it looks really nice, but it's very scary. Please let me know though if you, you know, would like to see that, and if you do like, you know, digital process videos, do you prefer it if it's just a like a sped up time lapse with music over it, or do you like real time? And either way, like sped up or real time, do you like it if someone is talking over the footage? The talking part is actually what I mostly enjoy about videos like this. Obviously it helps if I like the art style, or you know, what's being drawn in general, but I tend to have it on while I'm drawing myself, so I'm not even really looking that much at the screen. It just is nice to have someone talking in my ear. Well, let me know what you like to see. Covering the drawing with my hand again here, but you know, you've seen it, you know what it looks like. You can also see that I really cannot be bothered drawing, you know, proper braid strands. I have definitely done that in the past, but you know, who really cares that much? Let's just say that the character doesn't know how to do braids like that. Here you go. It would be nice to be able to do like live voiceover, like talking as I'm drawing. I don't know how good I would be at it, but you will hear my dog and my cat making noises in the background. And this camera actually also picked up the traffic noises outside of my window pretty much the entire time that I was recording, so I feel like that would be pretty annoying. Here we have some artistic liberty at work. This character is supposed to be based on a ram more than anything, but they have kind of sad, skinny, limp, usually pretty nasty tails. And you know, that's fine if you're a ram, but for my drawing I decided to make it more like a fluffy deer tail. Works better as well with the composition, I think, to have it sticking up like that, especially with the shape of their hair. I'm kind of nearing the end of the process and, you know, the video at this point. I just have the hand left, you know, slightly off screen, but you'll get to see it in a bit when I move the sketchbook back into frame. And just, I think just the front of the leg as well. I don't line the flowers because I wanted to have them have a lineless or maybe even more of a watercolor effect when I was finishing digitally. And it wouldn't do very well to have like the thick black lines, outlines for those at that point. I would have just erased them. When I'm done with the lines, I take a picture, but just with my phone. I do not have a scanner anymore since I got my new printer, so phone it is. It works fine. Just mess with the levels settings. I think it's the same in Photoshop and Clip Studio, and I use curves in Procreate to basically make it so that you can only see the black lines I put down. It erases the pink and blue sketch. And then I finish it sometimes on my PC in Photoshop or Clip Studio, and sometimes just on my iPad. That'll be for a different video. That's something that you would like to see.